Hi there. In a world where nothing is certain, that means anything is possible, right? If you want to fulfill your dreams and desires, you are in the right place. You absolutely can have a life of happiness. Everyone deserves an abundance of love, laughter, success, health, and wealth. I'm Tara Chadzakis, and you're listening to the Happy, Inspired, Motivated podcast. The show that brings you meditation, mindset, and motivation. So start by giving yourself permission to be awesome. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hi, and welcome to this episode of Happy, Inspired, Motivated. Do you remember the adverts that you used to listen to when you were a child? You know, the ones on TV. I remember ones like Beans Means Heinz for Heinz Baked Beans, and for Fairy Liquid, it was, hands that do dishes feel as soft as your face with mild green fairy liquid, subconsciously making us as women want to do the washing up so that our hands were lovely and soft for the man in our lives. There's also ones like we used to have, we didn't eat a lot of chocolate or sweets when I was growing up, because I guess my parents didn't too much at the time. And there used to be an advert for something in the UK called a finger of fudge. And the advert used to be, a finger of fudge is just enough to give your kids a treat. A finger of fudge is just enough until it's time to eat. So it was, promoting the fact that you could have this as a snack in between meals, but it wasn't a treat. It was something that was good for you, because the advert went on to say that it was full of goodness. And those adverts, like jingles, I guess we call them, are really ingrained in your subconscious. And even though I haven't heard those adverts for, donkey's years, they still come up in my mind when I think about certain things. And every time I see a little chocolate bar that says fudge on it, I think of that. When I look at Fairy Liquid, I think of the advert. When I go to buy baked beans, if I don't buy Heinz, I think that I'm not buying the best brand, or I'm cheating my family if I buy a different make, because Heinz baked beans are the best according to the advert. And it's in there, it's in my subconscious. It makes me choose different things when I'm buying things, and it works for all of us. And like I said, these are things that have been ingrained since childhood. So you can imagine how powerful the subconscious is when you're just walking around the supermarket and looking at different things. You might see a washing powder, and you subconsciously choose the one that you think is the better value or the better quality, because you've been programmed to believe that that's true. And whether it's probably not through the fact that you've used it, it's the fact that you've heard the adverts, you've seen the adverts, you've probably seen them in magazines as well. And they're there all the time in your subconscious, and they change your buying decisions, they change your buying habits. So you can imagine that if they just pop up randomly, what effect limiting beliefs have on you. Because limiting beliefs are the same kind of thing. They're things that you've been told that are stuck in your subconscious, and your subconscious brain brings them up when you're in a situation and it can retrieve that memory or that thought or that belief, and it can change the way that you behave. So let's say, for example, when you were growing up, people said to you, children should be seen and not heard, or a woman's place is in the home, things like that. And you might not consciously think about it, but when it comes to, making a business decision or deciding to go in your own business, that subconscious belief is coming up whether you like it or not. And it's reminding you that a woman's place is in the home. It's not in business. It's a man's job to go to work, to earn the money, to be the breadwinner, to take care of the family. And the woman's place is inside looking after the kids. And I know that we don't live that way in society much anymore. We always subconsciously, because of that kind of belief, put the man's career ahead of the woman's. So, if you're in a relationship, take a look at who is the biggest breadwinner, and who, for example, if it came down to the crunch and only one of you could work, whose job would be given up. And I'm sure most times it would be the woman's, because the woman's place is in the home. And we've been trained to believe that. And there are lots of other limiting beliefs, around money, for example. There are so many limiting beliefs that people have. money beliefs. Money, first of all, is a massive taboo subject. We shouldn't talk about it openly. We shouldn't talk about how much we earn, how much we invest in things, what things cost us, because money is made out to be something that is crass that we shouldn't actually talk about. And that brings up a whole lot of limiting beliefs in itself, because we think that money is dirty or wrong or crude, and we don't want to be part of that discussion. So when it comes to, for example, pricing your services as a business owner, especially women who, have these extra subliminal messages that have been given to them since birth, we like to die down our prices. We offer discounts. Black Friday was a great example of that. A lot of people gave discounts, and I gave some to some. And I was really tempted to go out and say, okay, here we are. You've got XYZ discount on my services. And I thought, no, because I'm not valuing my service. Offering it to a close circle of friends or colleagues or acquaintances is different, but offering it to the whole world is like me saying that my services are not valuable and that I don't believe they are. And that comes up around a money belief, not being worthy of charging for a certain amount of money, or not being worthy and deserving of financial success and abundance. So if you can relate the fact that your subconscious, if you can agree, should I say, that your subconscious is ruling the show, deciding, on your purchases when you go shopping, then you can start to see how the subconscious is also limiting you and stopping you from taking action that you want to do. One of my coaching clients, before we started working together, she never put herself first. She always put other people ahead of herself. And she'd done that all her life. And it's very common. I've had a few ladies that are in the same boat. So it's not a standalone journey. It's one that many women have. They've raised their children, or they're in the middle of raising their children, and they don't believe that they're worthy of investing in themselves, investing in my coaching for themselves, even though that they know that it's going to really benefit them and they're going to come out the other side much more powerful and stronger than they were, much more determined to having less limiting beliefs that control them, being able to take action, do things out of their comfort zone, which is going to change the trajectory of their life. It's going to change their business. It's going to change the way that they work. And it's going to have a huge impact on their families and their friends too. I know quite a few women now in the online space who are the breadwinners in the family, who are making the millions, and their husbands have been retired, and they're either working with them or they're staying at home. But that's still not very common. And those women are often the ones that get slated for talking about their wealth. But why shouldn't they? If a man stands up and says, oh, I earned 5.6 million last year, then he gets a pat on the back. If a woman says it, then she's bragging and she needs to calm herself down and get back in the kitchen. These are all comments that people make, and it's cruel that they have to go through these things. But as women, we keep these in our subconscious, and our subconscious drags them up when we're in a situation where we are going to make bold decisions and we're going to make big moves that impact us, because we're always conscious about pleasing other people and making sure that other people are taken care of first. And that often puts us to the back of the queue. When I first started coaching, not as in working, as in me having a coach, I was very conscious about investing in myself, and I didn't feel that I should do. I thought I should invest in myself when I got the money, when I started making money. But that's the complete opposite. They always say you have to invest to make money. So, when it comes to your life or your limiting beliefs or your confidence, whatever it is that you need help with, you have to invest in that to get you past it so that you can go on to create a bigger business or earn more money or whatever it is that you need to do. But you have to learn to invest in yourselves first. You have to put your money where your mouth is, as they say. You can't say, I need help with this, or I'll figure it out alone. You have to be able to say, no, I am worthy. I deserve this level of coaching. I deserve to invest in myself because I know that I'm going to reap the rewards through this investment. And I'm going to come out the other side with different skills, with a better mindset, with a stronger determination. And that's something we all need. And that's where I want to talk about faking it till you make it. Now, a lot of people use that and they think that if somebody's faking it till they're making it, they're just bluffing it and telling everyone that they're highly successful when they're not. I don't believe that that's true. My idea of fake it till you make it is the fact that everything in our past, in our present, and in our future is ours. We actually own it if we want it and we intend it. For example, if you go and you buy something from an online store, as soon as you hit buy now and you've paid for it, that object is yours. It belongs to you. And you have a right to have it delivered to your house because you have ownership of it. And you have no doubt in your mind that that object is yours. And it's going to be coming to you because you deserve it. You paid for it. You deserve to have it given to you. The same goes for your life. So as soon as you have decided something that you really want and you've intended it and affirmed it, as soon as you've done that, then by the same token, that reality is yours. You own it and you deserve to have it delivered to you. So let's say, for example, my business, I want to have an international business that has a huge community of goddesses around the world who are strong, confident, great communicators, full of love, joy, and happiness, are living a life of their dreams, highly abundant in wealth and health. And that's my dream, to have that business. And along with that business, I intend to have millions in revenue as well. And for me to say to myself, if I affirm to myself every single day, I am an international millionaire business owner, that is not me faking it till I make it. That is me affirming that that is my business. My business is an international multi-million pound generating business. And even though I don't physically have that yet, that is what I am owning. That is what I am. That is my future and I own it. So in that respect, I physically own my business. So I own my business, whether I'm earning £5 or £5 million. And I get to choose which of those businesses I am the CEO. And I am the CEO of the international multi-million pound business. And me saying, like I said, that is not me faking it. It's me taking ownership of it. And the same goes for you. You have every single right to decide what you want and know that as soon as you've decided and you focus on it, that it is yours, that you deserve it. And you have every single right to state that that is your life. That is your birthright. And if it's your business, then, your business, if you could fast forward into the future, if your intention is to create a multi-million pound business, as mine is, then stating that now is just like having a fast forward button, seeing it, coming back and saying, okay, yes, it happened in 1 year's time, 2 years' time, whatever it is, and talking about it now and being really proud about it now, because that's the way it works. If you could fast forward and see the result, then you'd come back now and you'd be so proud about it and rejoicing and celebrating and giving thanks right now. And that's the energy you have to get into so that you can, when you get to that point in the future, be 100% that person. So what are your dreams and what are you not acknowledging and accepting and being proud about right now, just because you can't see that reality? Just visualize the future. And when you see the future in your visualization, own it, give thanks for it, and know that it is definitely coming. It's definitely yours because you have chosen that, and celebrate it right now. And those subconscious beliefs that we were talking about just a moment ago, when they raise their head, squash them down. They're not true. The only power that they have only over you is the power that you allow them to have. So as soon as you stop giving those beliefs that power over you and your choices, your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions, then the power fades away. It's like a bully in the playground. As soon as you stand up to it, him or her, then they've lost their power over you and they don't bother you anymore. And that's exactly the same with limiting beliefs. They're the bullies and you have to call them out and stop listening to them so that you can take control of your future, visualize, give thanks for it happening right now, because you know that you're stepping into it every single day. Every day you're closer to it, and you have to start giving love and thanks for it right now. where you are so that you can continue moving in the right direction. If you're ready to start investing in yourself and hiring the coach that's going to do that, make the move today. It could be me, it could be somebody else. If you want to get in touch and have a chat, please do. You can find me on Instagram at Tara Chatzakis. And let's have a chat and talk about what it is you want. See whether or not my Goddess Activate program is the one for you. If it's not, I have plenty of friends that I could refer you to that will be able to help you better. But don't put off today what you can do. No, that wasn't right. Don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today, because tomorrow never comes. The more you say, I'll do it tomorrow, it never comes. And you put it off until you get to the point you realize that a whole 12 months gone by again and you're still in the same place you were 12 months ago. Don't let that happen this year. Right, I'm sending you lots of love for a fantastic day. I hope you have lots of fun, spread lots of love and joy wherever you go, and I'm sending you love and blessings from my heart, and I will speak to you again soon. Thank you for listening to the Happy, Inspired, Motivated podcast. I'll be back next week bringing more meditation, mindset, and motivation for your happy and successful life. To find out more about our community, go to tarachatzakis.com/happy, inspired, motivated.